guys, it's Nicole, and I got a little soapbox to get on today about parenting teens. Um, a lot of moms that I see, like in these moms groups that I'm in, are struggling with their kids having like all these issues, like lying or sneaking around, sexting, doing drugs. I don't know, like all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my kid never did that. And so I got a little advice for you on how to have the boring teenager. And, you know, I don't know actually how my daughter, like, she's responsible. She's a good kid. Like, the worst issue I have with her is, like, her cat pees on stuff. So, like, you know, it's not the end of the world. Like, she's not doing meth. Thank God, my daughter is wonderful. I am so grateful to have the boring teenager. And like the only thing I can think of that I did is like I fostered communication and trust with her from when she was little, and I let her talk to me. And when she talks to me, I don't get mad about what's going on. And um, like she had a bunch of friend group for a while that was like drama, 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 and like she's not friends with most of those people anymore. So that's good too. But like a couple years ago, like I took a bunch of these girls to Pride, and like their parents dropped them off in the street in front of my house, and I guess they're like, oh, we're going to Atlantis' house today. And they didn't tell their parents what they were doing, and I didn't know this till like 2 years later that they lied all to their parents and just were like, oh yeah, we're going to your house. But I took them to Pride, I took them to the parade, I got them good seats, I like helped them find their pride flags and their buttons. I walked around with them all day. I gave them granola bars. And a lot of kids, like, they have parents that aren't accepting of who they are. And I think when you break down, like, your trust and communication, like, if you're not a person that's approachable and lets your kids talk to you and lets them feel safe with you, they're not going to talk to you. They're going to go behind their back and they're going to learn about life from their teenage friends instead of learning from you. So if you want your kids to learn from you and to talk to you and to ask you for help and advice, or even just to let them vent to you, a lot of times teenagers, they don't actually want you to fix their problem. They just want to know that you listen to your problem. Like my daughter, she had a bunch of issues last year with her stats teacher and him not replying to her email. She wasn't getting stats. It was really hard. And I spent about 2 hours one day trying to help her with her stats homework, and I was reading her book, I was Googling, and I was like, wow, I think you know more math than I do, so maybe you should email your teacher, and worst case scenario, I'll call your school, I'll be like, you're not getting the support you need, can she drop the class? Because, I mean, that was all I could do. I can't teach her something that I don't know, but I listened, I tried to help her find solutions, and she ended up just doing video calls with a bunch of her friends to figure out her homework, and she passed the class, she graduated, everything is fabulous now. But I guess my point being is just foster openness and trust and communication, because your kids aren't going to talk to you if they feel like you're going to freak out about something. And if you freak out about something one time they tell you, they're not going to talk to you about things again, and they're going to be facing their tough issues alone, because basically that's what you force them into. Because like that was the parents I had. I never talked to my parents about anything, because when I would talk to them about stuff, they would like think of like 15 more problems to add on to the problem that I already had instead of solving the problem that I had. And I don't talk to my mom now, because she just made my life really hard and really horrible, and I'm going to trauma therapy now because of my mom. So like, if you come down too hard on your kids and you're just like, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad, well, they're not going to talk to you about stuff. I mean, like, kids have problems. They want solutions. They don't want to just be blamed for things going wrong. And sometimes, yeah, they are to blame for things going wrong, but they want to know how to do it differently, because nobody wants to keep on having problems in their life, especially not the same problem that they've already had like 17 times before that. So if you want to have kids that are happy and well adjusted, you need to like look at what your attitudes are and look at how you're treating them. And if your kids come to you with something, like, listen to them and try to help them problem solve. And sometimes you can't solve their problems, but give them a list of ways that maybe they can solve their problem. And that helps them be stronger individuals, because that's what we all want our kids to be. We want them to be happy and healthy and well adjusted. And you don't get that way by being punitive and tearing their door off their bedroom. So, like, be nice to your kids. It goes a long way. That's why I'm very like attachment parenting, responsive parenting. Foster that relationship between you and your kids, because that's how they open up for you to teach them things. They're not open to you if you're just always telling them that they're bad. So let's try to be a little bit more responsive than that, I guess, is my message for today. So bye guys, see you next time.